Hello, my dear friends. This is once again Srindam. I'm going to touch a different topic today, very important to maintain social solidarity and social peace. And this is like about Swami Vivekananda, his comments and his words, his discussion during the time World's Parliament Religion, 1893. And I'm going to read out a little detail what he said, how he addressed the crowd there. So, much has been said of the common ground of religious unity. I'm not going to just now to venture my own theory, but if anyone here hopes that this unity will come by the triumph of anyone of the religious and the destruction of the others, to him I say, brothers, yours is the impossible hope. Do I wish that Christians would become Hindu? God forbid. Do I wish that Hindus or Buddhists would become Christians? God forbid. That's what he uses, God forbid. And very important once again. And another thing where he says, it's important for us, like he says, similar in the case with religion, the Christian is not to become a Hindu or a Buddhist, nor a Hindu or a Buddhist to become a Christian, but each must assimilate the spirit of the others and yet preserve his individuality and grow according to his own law of growth. According to his own law of growth. Swami Vivekananda also said, like, we believe in universal acceptance. Of course, we believe universal tolerance, but we also believe universal acceptance. Where in this, when we say we believe in universal tolerance, that's okay, quite okay. But when he says we believe in universal acceptance, it means that we accept each and every possible belief existing on this globe as right, and we honor it, we agree with it. That's what the universal acceptance stands for, the interpretive understanding of universal acceptance. And India follows that quite a lot. And we also need to understand that the Indian system is the overall ambience is like we are seekers here. This has been the land of seekers where seekers are born, have born, and will certainly take birth into times to come. So we are not just followers like commandment based system. These are the commandments. You're not supposed to stop before these commandments and go beyond these commandments. So we don't follow. We don't have a commandment based system. We are seekers. We seek, and that is the reason this philosophy of universal acceptance and universal tolerance is quite compatible with us, and it stands with us, and we feel we can relate with it. Yes, Indian ambience is absolutely universal, uh, tolerant, and at the same time we accept each and every possible belief system as true, as valid, as relevant, and we also honor it. And whereas, like, when it comes to conversion, a lot of fight happens, a lot of blood is shed, has also in past, a lot of blood has shed and people have died, and sort of just in the name of religion. And it is difficult for us because when it comes to conversion, we just exactly should not tolerate it. We should not just agree with it. That's why he says, it's important for us to understand very clearly. During his conversation, he said the Christian is not to become a Hindu or a Buddhist, nor a Hindu or a Buddhist to become a Christian, but each must assimilate the spirit of the others and yet preserve his individuality and grow according to his own law of growth. Whereas your belief system, my personal understanding here, if I get interpretive here, is like it is more of a law of growth. It's not exactly my personal belief system, of course it is, but more it is like empirical, it is more practical dimension it covers when it says law of my own personal growth, and I need to follow it. When I have a particular belief system, when I have a particular way or a track or a path, I follow it, or I practice it as a seeker, universal seeker. I just grow according to my own ambience, according to my own possibilities and dimensions, and it is very important for us. But at the same time, his words are quite. I mean, they're very comprehensive from a social point of view. He is very clear, categorical about it. It says, not a Hindu or a Buddhist to become a Christian, nor a Hindu or a Buddhist to become a Christian, or the vice versa, not a Christian to become a Hindu, but they must have their own law of growth, and they have to preserve their individuality also. So it's important that Indian system is very different system. We believe in universal tolerance, but at the same time we believe universal acceptance also, and that is the reason we have guts, we have inner capacity, inner possibilities, and that horizon with us that propels us, that gives us courage to say that we believe in universal acceptance, because it's very difficult to say universal acceptance, because we have a system and a theory and a mindset and a notion in our mind that my way, highway. What I believe is right. And so people, what others believe, they are wrong. They've got it wrong. That's the system we've been experiencing in different belief systems in different religions, and that becomes a fertile ground for different social disconnects and disparities. And that's why people have to lose their lives, they shed bloods, and a lot of things happen, and disharmony is placed with the social chaos. And that is the reason a lot of social pathological things happen when we say my way, highway. What I believe is right, and whereas the people believe that's not right, and that's not the right mindset, I think. And because universal acceptance teaches us to believe and to take every belief system, every possibility of a belief as valid, as true, as like something to be honored. So that is what. And it also tells us that we should be against you know it may be a personal conversion, we should be against it. I should follow my own law of growth. And what is my own law of growth? If I am born into a belief system, I should continue to practice that belief system. If I am born into a B belief system, I should continue to practice that belief system. If it is C, continue. If it is D, continue. It's like that. Follow your own law of growth, but at the same time, universal tolerance has to be there according to Swami Vivekananda, and universal acceptance also has to be there according to Swami Vivekananda. What he addressed the crowd when he addressed in World Parliament of Religion in 1893. So I just want to share these things. Thanks a lot for listening, watching. This is Dr. Surendra Kumar.